Hi guys, it's Steph here from the Novelty Corner. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the mid-year book freakout tag. This tag was originally created by Chammy from It's Chammy, and I have done this before, so I am doing it again for 2018 and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to jump straight into it. I will leave the link to Chammy's channel down below so you can check her out if you are interested. Everyone is doing this at the moment, so why not join in and have some fun? Question 1 is the best book you have read so far in 2018, and this was kind of a difficult choice, but I have gone with a book that I have really enjoyed and spent a lot of time thinking about, and that is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. I did read this book alongside the audio because this is an adult science fiction story told through character interviews, and the audio has a full cast, so it really brings this story to life. The premise of this is that a young girl on her 11th birthday stumbles across a giant metal hand buried deep within the ground, and then humans become quite curious about this and begin to piece together this giant robot. The Themis Files is really fantastic. This is a good segue into question 2, which is the best sequel that you have read in 2018. And that is Waking Gods and Only Human, also by Sylvain Neuvel, books 2 and 3 in the Themis Files, alongside Sleeping Giants. I absolutely adored this series. I thought it was incredible. Only Human was released this year. It was really fantastic, and the story really progressed. So books 1 and 2 are a lot more punchy in their pace, whereas book 3 is really an exploration of humans and how humans react to strange things happening and how they deal with changes in relationship. And it is just such a wonderful series. I highly recommend it if you like adult science fiction. Question number 3 is a new release book that you would really like to read but haven't gotten around to yet, and that is Amelia Westlake by Erin Goff. This book I've heard such wonderful things about. It is a Lover's Way, a contemporary story set in a boarding school where two girls sort of construct this prank in their school, and it gets out of hand, and I'm really intrigued to find out what exactly happens because I know lots of people have really loved it. Question 4 are your most anticipated releases for the second half of the year. I have 3. I'm going to start off with Record of a Spaceborne Few by Becky Chambers, which is the 3rd book in the Wayfarer series. I have actually read this. I read an arc of it, but I'm really anticipating the physical release because I want to hold that book in my hand. It is incredible. I'm also looking forward to the release of Found by Fleur Ferris, which is a Lover's Way thriller book, and also The Three Secret Cities by Matthew Riley, which is the next book in the Jack West Jr. series, and I'm dying to find out what happens. Question 5 is your biggest disappointment, and for me that was Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I thought I would really like her books because I really like thrillers and I like psychological things, but no, didn't really like it, didn't connect with the characters, and I honestly have no interest in reading any more of her books. Question 6 is your biggest surprise, and for me that is The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Taunton. This book I loved. I received it as an arc from NetGalley and I sort of requested it because it looked really pretty on the cover, and the premise sounded intriguing, but I didn't really understand it, and I didn't understand it for a while I was reading the book until I got so invested into it that I'm sitting there going, holy crap, this is amazing. It is a science fiction thriller story where a man has 8 days to investigate the suicide of Evelyn Hardcastle, the only catch being that every day he wakes up in a new body and thus perceives the whole scene from the perspective of one of those 8 people that he wakes up in the body of. It is really incredible. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. I am so sad that I still do not own a physical copy of this book. It is on my list of things that I need to get when I have the money to do so because it is just fabulous. Question 7 is a favourite new to you author debut or just new to you. For that, I'm going to go with Emily X.R. Pan, who wrote The Astonishing Colour of After. She just has a gorgeous writing style. I absolutely loved it and I look forward to seeing what she comes out with next. Question 8 is your newest fictional crush. I don't have one. Pass. Question 9 is newest fictional character. For that, I'm going to go with Zori from Starry Eyes because she is essentially my teenage self. She is an obsessive planner, she loves washi tape, and she wants to be an astrophysicist, which was essentially my childhood, so I really like her. Question 10 is a book that made you cry. I'm going to go with The Astonishing Colour of After. I'm not someone who gets overly emotionally invested in books, but this one hit me in the feels and I was just crying and I was hopeful at the end of the book. It is just one of those books that has such a sad premise because Lee's mother in this book has committed suicide and Lee believes that she has turned into a bird. And so she's trying to unravel the mystery and trying to find her mother. So it's really sad because it deals with suicide, it deals with loss of a loved one, it deals with grief. But there is also this hopeful message running through it. And I think when you wrap both of those things and you write them correctly, well, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I think if you write them really well together, then that is when you have the biggest emotional impact. And that's definitely what Emily X.R. Pan did, which is, again, why she's one of my newest favourite authors. Question 11 is a book that made you happy, and I'm going to go with Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett because it is a new book that I read this year and it really did make me happy. It was just fun, it was entertaining, and I loved how much I related to Zori as a main character. If I didn't pick this book, I would probably pick something like The Northern Lights by Philip Pullman, which was a reread for me, and it was a book that I knew that I had loved once before and was just pleasantly surprised to find out that I loved it again, and thus it made me happy. Question 12 is a favourite book to film / TV adaptation. I think the only one I've seen is Love, Simon, and I kind of remember, was that this year? I kind of remember. So I have to go with Love, Simon or possibly the Expanse series, but I am a little bit behind. Question 13 is your favourite booktube video that you have made this year. Honestly, I'm quite proud of everything on my channel because I've been putting out 4 videos a week, most weeks, for the entire year, which is just mind-boggling. There have been a few weeks where I haven't been able to do that, but the fact that I've sustained it for that long is incredible. I am really proud of the way that I'm sticking to my book haul revisited videos and trying to work my way through my TBR and being accountable. I'm really proud of how I've been able to maintain my Books Beside My Bed videos, which are weekly wrap-ups every week. And if I had to pick one video that I was really proud of artistically, it would be my White Knight planner layout, which I did earlier in the year for the release of White Knight by Ellie Marnie, because that was just a lot of fun to take 2 things I love, reading and planning, and mash them up together and create something I was super proud of, which was a blackout layout with gold, and it was just so much fun. Question 14 is the most beautiful book you have bought or received this year. I don't receive a lot of books from people as gifts because, I don't know, people just find it intimidating to buy me books, or they just don't think to buy me books. So it has to be a book that I've bought, and for that I'm going to go with Circe by Madeline Miller because this cover is just gorgeous. The final question is, what books do you need to read in the second half of the year? And the answer to that is pretty simple. It is everything that I bought in the second half of the year in 2017 as part of my book haul revisited videos, which is a depressingly large number of books. So I don't know how I'm going to go in the second half of the year. I've been pretty good. I've also unhauled a few things from there, so book stack is getting shorter, but it's still like 2.5 shelves worth of books. So we'll see. We'll see how I get there. So that is my mid-year book freakout tag. Let me know if you agree with any of my answers or if you have any alternatives to the answers that I have given. I'm not going to tag anyone because this video pretty much anyone does if they want to do it. So if you would like to do it, consider yourself tagged. I hope that you do. It's a lot of fun to reflect on your reading year so far. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're having a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.